Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful imperfectionist family. What's good? It's your girl Tammy, aka That's a Woman, coming to you with this week's session of planting and or watering. And I am either planting something new in your life or I am watering something that has already been planted. But either way, it's to fertilize, it's to cultivate, it's to grow the seeds of greatness that is on the inside of you to help you on this journey of life as you continue on to your destiny. And listen, before I jump in, I gotta backtrack. So last week, y'all know when I get started and I get to flowing, I either remember some things and forget some things. But last week, I realized, I think it was Wednesday, was International Happy Day. And y'all know I am queen of happy, joy, because I know happiness brings about more happiness. Joy brings about more joy. What does the famous scripture say? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning, and joy brings about more joy. Joy opens up doors and avenues in your life. So when you have joy, when you have happiness, look out. You are unstoppable, and that's what I want for you guys this morning. So find something to be happy about. Find something that makes you smile. Even if you have to go pull out, well, look, I'm about to date myself. I'm not going to say a DVD or anything like that. But if you got to go stream something to just make you laugh. In life, we get so caught up in the rat race of what's going on and the politics and the jobs when, it's good to step back. It's good to step back and do something that makes you smile. I promise you that smile will make you feel better. It's contagious. You can spread it because when you're happy, you spread happiness and you attract other happy people into your life. So do something to make you smile. Do something to you because you know what? You deserve it. You deserve it. You're worthy of it. Always know that. And listen. After I completed last week's session, I almost came back to y'all with a second session. Let me tell you why. There was a message sent to me, and I was like, wow, this message is powerful. And one of the things that got my attention out of it, because he talked about lifing. And he said that when life is lifing, God is guiding. Oh, think about that. God is guiding. So it doesn't matter what is going on in life. God is with you. And I said it before, when he's with you, he's more than the whole world against you. And let me tell you a story he shared real quick. And this is just a test to just let you know that when you think you have it hard, when you're tempted to get bitter, just know there are others in a struggle far greater than the one that you're in. And that does not negate, trust me, don't negate what you're dealing with. But what I'm saying is this. God is with you. God is always making a way of escape. As long as you're praying, long as you're having faith, long as you're believing, long as you're getting on that vibrational frequency in alignment to know that it is working out for you. Let me tell you the story that he shared with the congregants. He told the story of a lady that's a big advocate. He wouldn't reveal her name, and rightfully so. A big advocate for human trafficking. And the reason why, here this young lady was at the age of 17, on her way to college, was ready, getting ready, a week away from getting ready to go off and start the next journey of her life. Had hope, had high expectations, had big dreams to know that her greater was coming and she was going to fulfill her destiny. And little did she know that even with all that hope, faith, and belief, a trap was waiting for her. So a week before her departure to college, she was going into a grocery store to get some last minute items. And a young lady walked up to her and was like, "Can you help me? I need some food to eat." And the young lady, mind you, on her way to college, she's like, "I don't have much money, but I'll do what I can." And the lady was like, "Well, can you feed my puppy too?" And so she went around she was like, "Well, let me see the puppy," and went around the building to see the puppy. Next thing you know, she gets knocked out and she's in the back of an 18-wheeler truck. And for the next 3 years of her life, she was caught up in human trafficking. And one of the things she shared in her story, she was tempted to become bitter because she was broken. You gotta imagine, your body is not yours. It's being used for the pleasure of others, and you're getting no pleasure out of that. And it was forced upon her. But one thing she did, she prayed. She cried out. Even in the midst of being broken, she cried out. Now I'm going to insert, as I'm thinking of her story, I'm thinking about the wailing woman on the wall. When she prayed, you have to be to a point where you're praying, you're crying out, and you got to always keep believing, keep hoping, knowing it's working out for you. These situations are not here to take you. I know sometimes, even with sickness, it feels like, oh, this is the end. No, it's not the end. It's something that has to run its course, go through your body. But guess what? You will come out healed. If you decree and declare it, it will be so. So you have to believe in the midst of your brokenness, in the midst of knowing this is not where I'm supposed to be, because life can pull you into situations that you know is beneath you. That's why you have to raise a standard in your life where you're not going to settle. You're not going to settle for less than. You're not going to allow anyone to do anything to you. You know who you are. You are a powerful being, fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. You have to stand in that authority. So when you have faith, and that story, I'm not done with it, but the story goes on to say, even when you're believing, when you think you're on the right path, life can knock you off track. It can knock you off track. It's just like the waves in the sea. When Jonah was on the boat and he knew he wasn't supposed to be there, but he didn't want to do what he was supposed to do. So the waves, they came and it was to get Jonah to his destiny. So he had to go through the process of the waves and the storm to get to where he was supposed to be. And this young lady, even though her story, her ending is definitely much better than the in-between. And I say that to say that to end the story, she was with a customer. And this customer at this particular time, mind you, 3 years in the process, 3 years. That just lets you know there's no time limit on when God will rescue you. 3 years. And one of her clients was having a heart attack. And he told her to dial 911. And on the way to college wisdom that she had kicked in. When she called 911, she said, "I am calling for 2 things. 1, I am a victim of human trafficking. And 2, I have a person here that is having a heart attack." So guess who showed up? Both the police and the ambulance. And soon as she ran out, they said, "Come out with your hands up." She came out with her hands up and she went and she ran into the arms of a female officer. And I'm about to cry because let me tell you, when I heard the story, her deliverance, to know that what she went through, I can only imagine. That had to be a traumatic experience. But when you look at where she's at now, It's like, I hate it happened, but it happened. And she's using it for good. And a lot of times in life, we get so caught up. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting emotional about that. Because before he said she came out with her hands up, and I literally started crying, and I was like in surrender. And that morning, the Spirit put the song in my spirit, I Surrender All. And that's what he said when she came out. She had to surrender. And I know she had to go through intensive therapy to release. Just think of all the energies and the spirits that filled her body. But she's better now. She's wiser. She's come through, and she's an advocate to help others, to bring awareness to it. And so what am I saying to you? Life will happen. It will. But when it does, don't lose heart. Don't lose faith. Don't give up. Don't throw in the white towel. Because I know at any given moment, a person not strong enough, not equipped enough, not emotionally there, they could have easily ended it all. And I'm sure the thoughts crossed her mind. Just like as we go through some difficult times in our life, when we have found ourselves in a state of depression, we've wrestled with the thought of ending it all. But guess what? As the victorious individual that you are, it doesn't matter what comes your way. You're going to rise higher. You are going to be the light in darkness. You're going to shine, and you're going to be the one to reach back and help some other person come through. Because I said it before, nothing new is under the sun. Nothing new. So everything that you have encountered, know this: there is someone with a testimony to let you know that they came through. And yes, it wasn't always easy. They might have been tempted to get bitter, but here's the thing: when you got life and death as a choice, when you got bitter or better, what are you going to choose? I would hope you're going to choose life. I hope you're going to choose better, because as long as you choose life and better and keep on moving, it's just like in the 23rd Psalm when you're going through the valley of the shadow of death, and it says to keep on walking, keep on moving, because goodness and mercy are following you all the days of your life. As long as you know that, you remember that, you are safe. You are protected no matter what happens. Again, when life is lifing, God is guiding. He is with you. And I know the scripture says when the enemy comes in like a flood, and I know life right now has some floods raging in it. It does. I promise you. I talk to people, and when you hear the stories, when you hear and know, of course, you know, you're like, God, what word can I offer this individual? What word of encouragement to let them know it's going to be okay? I don't know how it's going to work out. It's not for me to know. But what I do know, that anytime that we put prayer on it, anytime we put the right words on it, when the scripture says call those things that be not as though they are, when I know that our thoughts are shaping our future and our reality, so therefore we have to put the right thoughts on it, we gotta believe and know that it's working. And Romans 8:28 says all things work together for the good. And it doesn't say just the good. It encompasses the good, the bad, and the ugly. All of it. It all serves a purpose. So take encouragement in that. Take strength in that, knowing it's all working. It's all working. Just keep your hope, keep your trust, keep your belief. Be mindful of what you speak. Focus your energy to your outcome, your desired outcome. I might have to keep saying that, because I'm gonna tell you, life keep throwing some things, some curveballs your girl way too. And I'm just like, okay, what's up? What's up? What's really going on? But at the end of the day, At the end of the day, I know I'm powerful. I'm powerful beyond measures. I know I'm worthy of all the goodness that the Lord has for me and that this earth has to yield to me. The earth is going to yield everything that I desire. And guess what? I say me, and now I insert you. You are worthy. You are deserving. The earth is going to yield everything that you desire. My prayer is that whatever it is, whatever fire that you find yourself in, or that may have found you, you went about minding your own business and that fire showed up just like that young lady. She's preparing to go to college and then all of a sudden she's disappeared. Her family, loved ones don't know where she is. When life comes and snatch you, know this: God has a way of escape. Always. Nothing is too hard. Nothing is too impossible when it comes to God. God performed miracles, signs, and wonders back then. And guess what? They're being performed now. And with that, I'm going to bring this session to a close. I thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, listening to what your girl has to say. I would apologize for getting emotional. However, if that's how I felt, that's how I felt. This is where in life we got to be true to our feelings. We gotta acknowledge how we feel. And sometimes God is saying surrender. And so the fact that the song dropped in my spirit and then I heard it at the end of that message, which I had not heard that song in a long time, that was a confirmation for me. And I believe it's a confirmation to you. Surrender. Go with the flow of life. Let go. Try not to maintain control, because I know that's what we as people do, and just go with the flow. Trust everything is working out for you and your greater good. Okay, so listen, if your girl has said anything that brings light to your day and encouragement to you, I ask that you click the like button and give me a thumbs up. And if there's a comment you want to drop for me, please do so, as I do read them, and I appreciate the comments there or the text messages I get. I appreciate them all. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And if there's also anyone who you know that can benefit from this message, please share it, because I know storms are raging all around us. So share the message of hope. And if you're not a part of my imperfectionist family, we are imperfectly perfect people, and that's okay, because we are worthy. Okay? Click the subscribe button and become a part. So until the next time, I wish you love, light, peace, blessings, joy. I know we're on the verge of Good Friday and Easter Sunday, so I hope you all have an amazing week and weekend. And until the next time, be blessed and have an empowered, super amazing day.